Now that the federal election is done, some of you are going to have some more time to invest in making Canada a better place. We all look to the government to do that, but the government isn't necessarily the best way to make Canada a better place, especially when it comes to wealth inequality. A lot of people are under the impression that some of the mega-rich people on this planet have corrupted many governments. So I've come up with 2 solutions that can help get around this problem. In brief, these solutions are a sophisticated debate website, and the other one is for-profit nonprofits. So greedy corporations get to keep 100% of their profits and use it any way they want. And as we know, they use that to give themselves bonuses, and that's what's causing the wealth inequality. Because as you get more money, it's easier to keep making money. So what we want to do is create for-profit nonprofits to sell the same products and services as these corporations do. And that way, the money can, legally you have to put 60% of your profits back into society, and you're only allowed to be paid $250,000 a year. And $250,000 is plenty for a lot of us. So I think there'd be a lot of motivation, especially with all these people who want more ethics in society from the businesses that they buy their products and services from. That didn't take long to say, but I hope you can appreciate what a big concept that is. There's a lot of people on this planet that want more ethics from the businesses that serve them, and a lot of people want to do good in the world, such as myself. So if we start facilitating the development of for-profit nonprofits, we can effectively take a lot of money out of the hands of greedy people. I started designing the Global Debate website in 2006. Basically what it is, it's a website that will host uploaded documents, videos, and presentations, and automatically add hash marks into them. Add sentences, paragraphs, captions, and you name it, you can put it in there so that comments can be linked to specific areas of these uploads. And what that does is it allows people to debate those specific topics. And with different viewing options, you can hide certain things that you don't want to look at, so you can only focus on things you do want to look at. Now, you've seen social networks and how people comment in ways that you just don't want to read. This website will have rules and statistics on users' performance, a ranking that will encourage people to be efficient with their comments. There are several features that make it efficient for you to read through these comments that people have, as well as to provide your input. Voting is the most important one. Agree, disagree. But you can also start ranking the users that are using the website. So if they're being derogative, vague, uninformative, or anything that is making it inefficient for you to read through it, then you get to sound the alarm, and that will show up in their status ranking. And with that ranking, you can start to block certain users from documents. So if you've got somebody who's just not very good at debating or isn't very educated on a certain subject or has a low ranking, you don't let them in. So only those who are effective are there. Now that ranking can also be used for target marketing, which will be a little bit more sophisticated than Facebook target marketing or Twitter target marketing, those examples. But it can also be used to look into people who are applying for jobs. It can be looked into people who are applying for funding. It can be used to look into people that we're trying to elect into our government. When we create a document that expresses concern about how a business is acting or how a government has acted or how we want the government to act, we can submit that document. We say like 10,000 people have voted, yes, we agree with what's in this document and we want an answer to the questions that are in this document. Then they have to provide a formal response. And this formal response is good for several reasons. Number one, verbal responses, they're hard to be accurate and precise. Like as I'm talking to you right now, I can write what I'm trying to say to you very elegantly. I've written a lot of books and it's just easier because I can read it and rewrite it, but I only get one chance to say it to you properly right now. So obviously what I've written is going to be more informative and more precise and more efficient with time and energy. So that's what we want, and that's what the Global Debate website will give us. So there are many applications, as I hope you can imagine, to the Global Debate website, from innovating policies to the structure of a company, designing software, or even just receiving feedback from people who play video games. I speak about this in more detail on my website, as well as provide a prototype tour. I hope you can appreciate how important these two solutions are, and we need to apply them right away. There's just too many problems coming from wealth hoarding. I know that you know the people that can make this happen. You might be one of them. So funding is important, but even more important is expertise. We need to design this and implement it effectively. I can play a role. I've done a lot of designing already, a lot of knowledge up here from all the books I've been writing. And I need to stay in that direction. So when we develop these projects, I will be there for these projects. But more so, we need other leaders to take the reins, and I become more of a spokesperson as well as a visionary for the future. I'll keep revising these books because, as I hope you can appreciate with the Global Debate website, you have to keep reiterating your design. You have to keep innovating, and I need to keep innovating what I've done. So please contact me, and let's make Canada even better than it already is, and we'll expand what we're doing into the world the best we can.